taken me 15 years as a pro to learn these 15 things. This is going to save you a lot of time. Let's dive into it. Also, I've been a pro for more than 15 years, but I could only think of 15 good things, so it makes a better title. Bear with me, we'll dive in. Number one, friends and family will not understand what you're trying to do unless you come from certain backgrounds. But for me, friends and family didn't know what I was going to do. I was out with a very good friend of mine who I don't see as often as I should do, and he said, "We all thought you'd gone a bit nuts when you started doing what you're doing." Keep in mind, I'd already got a degree and a master's in sciences. "We thought you'd gone a bit nuts and we couldn't quite work out what it was you were trying to do, and we just thought you're having a bit of a wobble." For a long time, I was really poor. I spent a greater amount of my career making less than minimum wage than I have done making good money. It was hard. I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was trying to do. Nobody around me did. You need to find some like-minded people who will understand what it is you're trying to achieve and what that path looks like. Number two, assume everything is great until proven otherwise. I see a lot of very negative naysayers out there. And this is just great advice for life, let alone being a professional photographer. If there's an event, go to it. It's probably going to be good. If there's a networking meeting, go along. It's going to be great. If you go, "Oh, I'm going to go to networking, it's not really my thing," blah, 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 no one wants to be around that. Assume it's going to be good until proven otherwise. Number three, it didn't pay for itself. This is one of the stupidest things and one of the most common things I hear others, and in the early days myself, saying. For example, I got a job, it paid me $5,000, I didn't need to buy a new lens. I bought a new lens for $1,000, it paid for itself. Use it on the job was $5,000. Paid for itself, did not pay for itself. It didn't. Go and look into the profit first system, run your business like that, thank me later. I was too late to this, too late to it. I could have made so much more money and spent so much less money if I'd have got on this sooner. But we live and learn. Number four, most people, quit in 3 to 4 years. And this is true for many things. So take YouTube, for example. When I started YouTube, I gave myself a 3-year plan before I decided whether I was heading in the right direction and 5 years to decide whether it's worth continuing with. I now have a very lucrative YouTube business as a side hustle, which means I have another income which is enough to be a full-time income. And it reduces stress. In photography, I started at the same time as lots of other people. In YouTube, I started at the same time as a few of my friends. In both of those instances, all of them quit before I made any money. Both instances. And now, all of them go, "Oh, you've done really well for yourself. You must have got lucky." No, I didn't. I was failing as hard as you were for those first 3 to 4 years, but in year 5, it all came up Millhouse. Number 5, you only have to do 3 things a day, every day. Every day, choose 3 tasks and get them done. For me today, task number 1, film YouTube videos. Task number 2, respond to emails about sponsorship deals. Task number 3, sort out my tax. That's 3 things. That's all I'm doing today. 3 things a day, every day, you'll be ahead of everybody. Which brings me through to number 6, which is quite obviously, treat it as a job. I see so many creatives with their bloody MacBooks in these cafes all the time. They're skint. You go to work, you have a lunch break, you go home. Every day I'm in my studio at 8:30 in the morning. Every day at 5:30 p.m. my alarm goes off, I go home. Now, granted, in the early days, I treated it like a real job and I was trying to get into the industry, 6 a.m., 10 p.m. every day, 7 days a week. But nowadays, I'm on it. It's all working out nicely. I work a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday. We do weekends as well, so Saturday as well. Or Sunday, it alternates week to week, but we do 1 weekend day. We do 6-day week, 9 to 5. I do a bit of work in the evenings, but I treat it as a job. If someone goes, "Do you want to go for a coffee at 10 a.m.? No, mate, I'm at work. Someone says, "Do you want to go for a coffee at like 10 p.m? Or a beer?" Yeah, but that's okay. But I don't go out drinking on a weeknight going, "Oh, I'm my own boss, I can take the next day off." It's a slippery slope. Treat it as a job. You won't be successful if you don't. Which brings me to 7, which is fail often. If you're not currently failing regularly, you're not trying hard enough. You stop failing when you stop trying. So, for example, on the YouTube side of things, we just hit a really good streak. We had some great sponsorship deals and all the rest of it. So I'm now trying for bigger sponsorship deals and trying weirder stuff, because if you're not failing, you're just not trying. And it's easy to go, well, do you know what, make good money, we'll just sit down and breeze through. You can do that for sure. It's not for me. It's not the life I want. I don't want to be just, going through the motions. So we keep pushing and pushing and pushing. My video work, the last test shoot we did will never see the light of day. It went catastrophically wrong because I went too far, which is great. We'll try it again next week. Number 8, and this is especially true since being on YouTube, ignore the haters. But I see this fear from photographers as well. Ignore the haters. Nobody who posts shitty comments about your work or says bad things behind your back has ever achieved more than you have. I am yet to find a single troll online, a single negative commenter, whatever it may be, somebody in the local industry who goes, oh, this Scott's a dick. I am, it's fine, I know. But anyone who says that, I've never found anybody who's achieved more than I have who says this, because they don't. It'd be like me slagging off someone at the local camera club. I wouldn't, but there we go. Number 9, don't fall off your ladder, craning your neck, watching others climb theirs. I see and hear so many photographers go, oh, so-and-so's done this, they've done this, ignore them. Don't unfollow them. I always think that's a real dick move in following somebody. It's a real passive aggressive thing. But you can hide people on social media. I do that to everyone. If I'm having a bad patch and I've just lost 3 jobs in a row, which I just have, I hide people who are doing better than me because I can't mentally cope with that at that time. Just take a break from it. And then when you're feeling good about it again, take them back. It's easy. Just don't fixate on people. Don't fear taking a break. Last year, I had a bad year personally for many, many reasons. We had deaths in the family, we had various other issues and whatever it may be. I took 6 months of last year out. And you probably wouldn't have noticed it here because I think there's probably only a couple of months where there's nothing going live, but we film in batch, so we'd got content, it's all scheduled and all the rest of it. I just took it off, sacked it off, it was fine. Don't fear taking a break. If you need a break, take a break. It's better. I could have ploughed through and it would have been awful, I'd have made mistakes, I'd have upset people and all the rest of it, so I just sacked it off. Me and Teddy, we had a great summer. And I did a lot of travelling. It was blissful. Number 11, keep creating personal work on a regular basis. I see these old photographers going, oh, I don't get any work anymore. I'm old and passive. No one wants to work with somebody my age. That's not the problem. The problem is you've stopped shooting personal work and you've got nothing to show. So you just seem old and stale, which you are, but no need to be like that, is there? Number 12, marketing. Do it. Marketing Mondays, get on it. If you need help with that, I have a full workshop. It goes through everything that I do, like step by step, everything. Go and dive into that. Number 13, don't kid yourself with how good you are. This is a conversation I've had with many people recently. And I'll use myself for an example. I lost a job recently. I didn't win it. I think my work's pretty good. This other person won it. And my agent correctly said, it's just bad luck. They went with them, and obviously they saw something in their portfolio. No, they were better than me. I lost the job because I wasn't as good as them. That's why I lost it, not for any other reason. They are better than me. It hurts. There's very little I can do about it quickly. It's a long slog. All I can hope for is they stop getting better, because I've lost a few jobs to this person. They're better than me. They're the better person. They're the better photographer. That's why they won the job. Don't go around thinking you're great just because you can take a good photograph. There's always someone better. Number 14, people stealing your ideas is a good thing. I have people stealing my work all the time. There's a couple of Instagram accounts where I thought people were reposting my work, but they're not. They've just shot the exact same image, everything. It's flattering. Take it as what it is. It's great. If someone's copying your work, it's because they think you're good. Number 15, and this is something I am horrendously bad for, update your website and portfolio regularly. My website and portfolio is always at least a year behind. Don't be like me. See you soon. Bye-bye.